Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
The WNBA, folks. The WNBA has its first ever preseason exhibition game, whatever you want to call it, televised, and it will be televised on ESPN. I am excited to see which team and which player, which megastar in the WNBA was able to make this happen. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. If you're having a fantastic day, shout out 19. Deep breath. Let's go. Let's dig in and see ESPN to televise for first time a preseason game because it's Caitlin Clark, of course. Oh, see, I got to say, I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I thought, maybe Asia Wilson, maybe it was Brianna Stewart or Nafisa Collier because they're like mega superstars with their over the top successful unrivaled league that they've put together.
I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
But apparently, it's going to be ESPN broadcasting Caitlin Clark, broadcasting what is believed. Now, okay, I stand corrected with this article. I don't know why we don't know. I assume when they tell me it's but believed to be the WNBA's first nationally televised exhibition game when Clark returns to Iowa for the Indiana Fever game against Brazil's national team on May 4th. Sources briefed on the network scheduling says the 5 p.m. Central Time tip-off will be on ESPN unless the network has a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. In that case, it would shift to ESPN2. So we know, I believe that game sold out like mega quick, right? This is Caitlin Clark's return to Iowa, playing the Brazilian national team. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Chicago Sky head back to LSU, right? We don't seem to be hearing much about that game, though. I'm not sure why, because it's about me too.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Are you stupid or something?
And I want y'all to realize that. So this is kind of wild. I guess it caught me off guard a little bit, and I didn't expect to be Caitlin Clark with all these superstars in the league. I thought they would kind of spread this out, spread it around because they're all drawing huge, huge, huge ratings. And on top of that, I want to talk about one other thing. I'm just going to throw them together because they kind of do go hand in hand, and that is Fever's popularity continues to grow. Ticket prices rise. Yeah, well, we knew that was going to happen, of course, because that's supply and demand. It sucks at times, but here we go. Demand for Fever season tickets has continued to rise on the heel of guard Caitlin Clark's record-breaking season and the Fever's first playoff appearance in 8 years. And so too have ticket prices. Of course they have. The Fever have officially sold out of season tickets. Officially sold out of season tickets. But that's not all tickets, all right? So you can still go to games. Fever games have become arguably the hottest ticket in town, and experts say that demand will likely continue to increase with the off-season team rebuild. Season tickets range from $50 per game for a seat in the top row of the middle section to $690 for court-sized seats that are part of what is called the Hollywood package. That's kind of wild. Of course, it's called the Hollywood package. What else would it be called? And aren't generally available to the public. The courtside ticket up 38% from a year ago. Only 6 of the 13 WNBA teams make season ticket information publicly available. I wonder why that is. Only the Wings have a courtside ticket price, $860 per game, that is higher than the Fevers. Of course, they play in a really tiny arena as well. Unlike many other teams across the league, the Fever do not sell season tickets for third-tier seats called balcony sections. Fever COO and GM Amber Cox said that the team carefully considers pricing both for season tickets and single games. She added that in particular, the team tries to make sure long-term supporters and season ticket holders don't get left out in the cold. Cox said that Fever management keeps a close eye on what other teams across the WNBA are doing with their prices. It's a tricky thing to manage. It's a tricky thing to manage. There is no doubt because prices are going to skyrocket. It prices some people out of games. The more seats, because the demand is there, but the more seats you open up for season ticket holders, the fewer chances that people who just can't afford it or it's not feasible for them to get to that many games to where it's worth it, and they might just want to catch one here or there during the season, and there aren't a lot of tickets available, the more season tickets you have as well. So that makes things tricky as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Indiana Fever manage that going forward, because obviously that's a big deal when you're talking about, let's face it, sorry, Dallas Cowboys, not sorry. The Indiana Fever right now are America's team. Everyone wants a chance to see Caitlin Clark play basketball. So it's definitely going to be a balancing act for them. We'll see how they handle it going forward with ticket prices and availability for, single game tickets that aren't available for season ticket holders. But let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below, both for, of course, the first exhibition game to be televised. Caitlin Clark heads back to Iowa to play the Brazilian national team. And of course, that will be followed up by Chicago Sky and Angel Reese's return to LSU. What's that? What's that? Hold on, I'm getting something in my ear. Oh, apparently it is not a doubleheader. That will not be followed up by the Angel Reese and Chicago Sky game at LSU. That is my mistake. I ran with that. I just made the assumption based on the fact that she is an absolute huge megastar with like almost 5 million followers on Instagram. It was just a no-brainer to me that they would be televising the Chicago Sky game as well, because of course it is about her too. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate all your support, and I will talk to you later.